Hi friends, my name is Varun. In this video, I am going to explain you the 5 steps required to get started with Selenium WebDriver. Alternatively, I call it as setting up the boilerplate code to get started with Selenium using Java language. My goal in this video is to quickly make you set up the Selenium environment in 5 easy steps. In order to proceed with your setup, please feel free to pause the video wherever required. Also, I posted all the download related links at the bottom of the video. So let's get started. Step 1. Download and install latest JDK. Search for Java JDK download. Go to Oracle site and navigate to Windows since my system is Windows and download the x64 installer for Java. Once the JDK is downloaded, double click on the exe and install the JDK. So once the successful installation creates the following path: C program files Java JDK 19. Now we are done with step 1. So we have downloaded and installed the latest JDK. The next step is to set up the environment variables. Click on Start, search for environment variables. Choose the second option, edit the system environment variables. Click on environment variables and under system variables, create a variable with this name, Java_home, and point it to the directory of installation where you have installed your JDK. So in this case, in my system, I have installed the JDK. The default path for the in my system, the default path for the installation is C program files, Java, and JDK. Copy this path and paste it under the variable value. Click on OK. Now it's time to set the path. Go to path, click on Edit, copy the content into your notepad, and at the end of the file, with a semicolon, add this path. Once you're done adding this path in the notepad, copy the entire thing, paste it into the variable value and click on OK. So we are done with our step 2 of setting up environment variables. Now we are going to jump to the step 3, install and set up Eclipse. So this is pretty straightforward. Go to google.com, search for Eclipse download, go to eclipse.org, download the latest Eclipse and install it on your machine. Once you install the Eclipse, go to Start and launch the IDE. The very first thing that you see as soon as you launch the IDE is you see a box for setting up the workspace. Okay, let me explain what a workspace is. The workspace is a directory or a folder on the disk where the Eclipse platform stores all the information. So I have already set it up on my system. In the place, see Java_workspace. It is already launched. So let us go and create our first Java project. Right click on it, new Java project. And Selenium launch is the project name that I have given. Let us add our first class file and call it as hello world. Let us check this public static void main so that it acts as an entry point to the program. That's it. We are ready to go with writing our first program. We are done with our step 3 to install and set up Eclipse. Now let us begin with the step 4. Set up Selenium jar files in your Eclipse project. Let me switch to my browser and navigate to this website and come to the section Selenium Server Grid and click on latest stable version 4.5.2. Download this installation and place it in your system in one of the locations. I placed it in my system in C. Java Workspace and Java Libraries. Once you place the file in your system path, switch to the IDE, create a new project and call it Selenium Setup. Let this be a Java project. Right click on it, click on Build Path, click on Add External Archives. Now click on Selenium Server 4.5.2 jar, and this is in the location where you place your jar file. Click on Open. So since I already added it, it is showing a warning message that the jar file is already added. And that concludes step 4, setup of Selenium jar files in your Eclipse project. Now we are going ahead with our final step. Step 5, set up Selenium driver executable for the browser. In order to do this, navigate back to selenium.dev/downloads. Go to the section Browsers. I'm doing this for the Chrome browser, so I'll click on Chrome documentation, navigate to this section, and here we find the latest stable release of Selenium driver. Click on this link, you will be redirected to this page, and here, since my operating system is Windows, I'll click on Chrome driver underscore win32.zip file. Once this file is downloaded, I will unzip the zip file and place it in the same path where I placed the Selenium jar file. So the file is named as chromedriver.exe. Now I'll switch to my IDE and write these 3 lines of code. Let me explain each line of this code. So in the line 1, we are going to point the property to the place where we placed our Chrome driver. So in my system, I placed it in the path C, Java Workspace, Java Libraries, and Chrome driver. And since it is a Chrome driver, I call it as WebDriver.Chrome.driver. And in the line 2, I will initiate a class object for Chrome driver. And in the final line, I'll write a code to redirect my request to google.com. So let us run this project. This should launch our Chrome browser and redirect us to google.com. And that's it. We wrote our first program to navigate to the Google website using Eclipse and Java. Thank you guys.